friends even like?
That they're very interesting and at the same time they're very conservative at the same time.
You have conservative friends.
In the sense that, but then I have atheists as friends. I have what? Best friends I'll say atheists, but then very and raw. I have a very close friend who's my best friend is very raw and savage.
Do you prefer friends that are like that though, or do you prefer slightly controlled and tamed?
Controlled and tamed, I will untame you. Yeah, you hang out with me like I'm on TV, I'll still untamed. Like you pick up something. You pick up a phrase. I've noticed the friends either pick up a phrase from me or I say something. It's just one of those things.
But I feel like if it's like something to do with religion, like I like how you brought up the fact that atheists. Like that was the first thing you jumped to. Not short, tall, just atheists.
Yeah.
But how are you gonna convert someone?
I don't
if it's like a matter of religion that's keeping them very like in check.
My main thing is I don't convert anybody. I think nobody's religion is better than the next. If I was born in the Middle East, I'd be a Muslim. And that's how it is.
Yeah. What about like age? Like, are you friends with people that are younger than you or older?
Older, mostly.
Are you one of those?
And at the same time, I have a lot of you'd be shocked a lot of younger. My 3 main models. I have 3 main little models. They're like people think I pimp them out, but they actually just look.
You pimp your friends.
No, I don't pimp my
you
friends.
You pimp your friends.
No, I can't. No. I have one time. But then no, it's consensual. Nothing. Are we recording?
It's like what? No cameras. No cameras here.
No, everything's consensual. I don't do anything like out of the weirdness like that. But I usually provide like people usually come like, hey, let me hear you out. What's going on? Okay, cool. But the truth is, and I call you out in your bullshit.
You are the sum of, is it the 5 people that you chill with the most?
Am I? Because
I mean,
is that really true?
I think it's true. Because when I think about the 5 people I was chilling with last year versus the 5 people I'm chilling with today.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was just going south, and it's not because I was a bad person trying to do bad things. It's just the people around me were not the best.
But don't you need like to go through a weird bad stage in life to actually even be able to so you can learn from that? Because I think everybody needs their sinning time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not Jesus.
But is it worth it if you're sinning because other people are doing it, or if you're sinning because you're curious and you want to discover yourself and
I think get it out of your system, because I was even saying people even get married when they're virgins. They even, what are you trying to do? And then when you get up into it, you're like, oh my God, this is what it's cracked up to be.
Yeah.
That's why I would say even experiment a little bit with your sin. Like I even allow my kids to sin. But at the same time, I give you guidance on that sin. Like I tell you all about the sin.
Like, you're gonna let your kids sin? And
yeah, why not?
Cool. I'm not, like if your kid like my aunt said the cutest thing the other day. So she says she knows my cousin steals her makeup and goes and puts it on and then like puts it back and acts like she hasn't done anything. So now she consciously leaves her makeup out in the open. So that my cousin can come and like just take it and go back. And I'm like, oh my God, that's kind of sweet in like an interesting way.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like allowing someone to sin a little bit. But that's just one of those things. I mean, because allowing someone even just explore, even how you have different friendships at different stages in your life, it kind of like even defines what stage you're in life. Yeah, that's just how it is. Because different friends will bring out different things in you. Like even how you are with someone else. Like for example, I have a very sciencey kind of friend. We discuss very deep, methodical things, like principles, whatever. And we discuss even like, what kind of shape in life? When are you getting married? Those kind of like stuff. Yeah. And that's the kind of friend that is. Then there's other friends who will be like, hey yo, did you see that girl? Yeah.
There's a friend for every occasion,
exactly,
basically.
Yeah. She has a big butt. Oh my goodness, yes.
That friend when you see someone with a big butt, like,
exactly.
Yo, I saw a butt.
Yeah, she doesn't even know how to fart. It's like a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a bit.
Like it's so weird because yesterday I went out for drinks with some of my friends and we talked about butts.
Oh really?
And the different types of butts. The butts with the flat surface area. That's
perfect for sitting down.
Perfect for sitting down.
Exactly.
Then the butts that are like very nice circular.
Yeah.
Like a beach ball
then the mushy ones.
Like the conversation we're having right now. Big butts.
Yeah, exactly. They don't lie.
Oh no! Listen, you and Charlie are the same. I feel like between like 2 of the friends that are actually now 3, you, Charlie, and Case.
Oh,
you make
the
cases. DJ Case, African Mzungu.
Oh, okay, yeah, the white guy.
that one.
The white guy.
Y'all make the worst jokes. The worst. My aunt calls them
really? Thank you.
Puns. But I'm just like, what?
No, but mine a little different. I think. I hope. What? Really?
You know what? I'm gonna make you feel special. I'm gonna make you feel treasured.
Hold up. Let me see.
You're pride. You're a trophy.
Embrace me.
You're a trophy friend.
I am.
Trophy friend.
I'm a trophy friend?
Are those bad?
Is that a thing?
I know there's like a trophy wife.
Yeah, how do you have a trophy friend? You have a trophy friend.
I mean, if you're friends with someone that's like a penger.
A penger.
A penger.
A penger, you mean what?
Painting.
Fan
girl, fan boy.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, you're going out, you're meeting up. Let's say you're meeting up with your boys.
Oh, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Do like, boys have that though? Do boys have trophy friends?
Well, yeah, in a sense that. Well, no, not to another boy.
Oh, you are.
No, I'm not. Ooh, what you trying to do? Don't discriminate us because we get it on.
I think chicks have trophy friends too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, because even you have like, oh, I just saw him as a friend, whatever, and then now you bring him out as, yeah, he's just a friend. Like,
you're just a friend.
Yeah, see, I've noticed that one time I was dragged along to something, and it was just to show off that I know someone who's on TV and then who has his own whatever, and he just dragged, and then I noticed that because someone is busy, they're pushing that CV a little bit too much. You know what I mean? You're pushing it, it's like, oh hey, it's like, oh, this is Elodie, she does like a lot of YouTube videos. Cool, end of story. You know what? But then if you push it like, oh, but then she's like, whatever. It's like, okay, this is a lot of weirdness. What are you doing? Are you pimping me out? Am I about to be killed? Like, so guys can even eat my DNA so they can become. It's weird.
This is weird because now I'm thinking about my life.
No. See your life.
And the time people have done that's when I'm just like, hold up.
People have done that,
man. Hold up.
This
is Elodie, so she's also a YouTuber and I'm a she has
yeah,
true. Like, you could have just said my name's Elodie.
But even a key thing about the friend issue that we're talking about, even you ever noticed like how people even have you ever posted on your social medias about like I'm cutting people off because of because I need to like get better?
Yeah.
You have? Take notes. Now listen, I'm about to school you a little bit. Okay, relax. Just relax. When you actually post something like that, you know, you're saying cutting people off, it comes off as you are inadequate for me at this moment in time. Truth and ish.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
it does.
Yeah.
And the truth of you posting that is you're kind of quote unquote feeding your ego. It's true. And the thing
I don't think so.
Why?
Don't you think you're damaging your ego more by keeping those people around?
No, not keeping them around. You don't need, I'm saying posting it right there. You post it, right? You see what I mean? You're feeding your ego to portray, hey, listen, I'm getting better. You are not. So stay in your place. And the truth is, for someone who's contritely trying to get themselves better, they're saying, I need to work on myself. And I need to restructure some things in my life. You know, it's all about you. You're talking about you. You know, when you say I'm cutting other people off, you're saying I'm cutting you off. I'm like you. It's
don't
never.
Put the blame
It's not me. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're not looking inwards. You're looking outwards. And hence you're trying to portray I'm now becoming a better person than you. It's like a holier than thou Christian who constantly castigates other people about you didn't follow this and this and this, and yet you're not looking intrinsic. You're coming from a place of love and saying, hey, listen, I have learned through that such and such and such, so maybe I can help you do this and this and this.
Yeah.
Now that comes from a very contrite place. So anybody who posts
that's deep.
Yeah, anybody who posts like I am cutting whatever, they are feeding their ego. They're not actually working on themselves, and that's the truth. Your hair is about to explode.
I think it already has. What?
That's the truth.
No, that's. Hey, but bro, you've analyzed.
Yeah, that's the truth.
You have analyzed.
That's what even I realized. Even anytime that if you ever see anybody posting that, that's a person who's maybe going through a lot of self-evaluation, but they're too scared to even come through with their true and natural, real issues that they actually deal with.
So essentially, they're not necessarily moving forward at all.
You're busy blaming other people for your actions and not looking at why the heck are you making those choices yourself.
What about if you've been surrounding yourself with a group of friends and you and that group of friends don't see eye to eye anymore, and you decide to go your separate ways, and then you drop that?
It's like
is it the same?
It's not. You can treat it, if you treat it like a lesson learned. It's like a relationship. If you break up with your ex and yet you still hate that ex, you're gonna carry some of that hatred onto the next relationship. But if you treat that relationship as I learned something from that relationship, you are a lesson learned, and hence I am not angry at you. Like I will not be angry at my first grade teacher because he taught me 1 + 1. Now I'm on my division table. I just know that I have learned my lesson from this, and hence now I've become this different person because of that.
Because I always feel like I completely agree with the whole thing of carrying guilt and regret from another relationship. And it's kind of like that quote of, I'll never hate you because at that time you were exactly what I needed. Yeah,
it's true.
Despite how bad you were entering this tunnel with your friends.
I've learned that a lot. I mean, because even I mean, I learned that hard one time. I mean, because, I mean, even heartbreak, I mean, I've learned that one time. I mean, you know how you can be that player, then that player finally gets that girl to, yes, it happened, and you fall down flat, and your face becomes really, really flat. So then it's crazy, and you're like, oh my goodness. You start even reevaluating a lot of things, you start making haphazard decisions.
Yeah.
And then now, like, I know, even I'm grateful for all that. Now even we're cool in the sense that we don't talk like every day. That's weird, talking to ex every day. But you know what I mean? But you take it as a lesson. If you take it as a lesson learned, so the next relationship, even what happened was I got into another relationship, and then hence you start even comparing a lot of things to the past. When in fact this is a whole different being.
Yeah.
You're totally different. You have different hair, you have different eyes, you have different whatever.
You're a different
personality.
That's all it is.
Yeah, you're different. And why am I trying to, and hence I'm trying to adjust you.
So then if you're consistently growing and consistently changing, that technically means you're consistently cutting people off.
Yeah, without even, it's not really cutting people off, it's just like growing into a new shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even when you say cutting people off, it's like, yo, have a cut you.
No, I don't but I also feel like there's different levels to cutting people off. It could be a matter of you and I chill every single day, but I'm only going to see you on the weekends because you like to turn up a lot and I have different things I need to do. It could be cutting you off because I'm not about to have you in my life right about now, so you need to stay the hell away from me.
I like that, because truth is, when I start seeing those changes as your friend, and I start seeing you make adjustments, I'll actually reach out for even advice. Or even hey.
But I feel like you're saying that because you can actually think logically. There's a lot of people. Hold up, man. Hold up. Like I feel like people don't think like that. They'll just be like,
that was big. No,
Simon cut me off. I don't like him.
That was big. I can actually think logically. Take notes.
You can think logically. Take notes. Yeah, real talk. Because I feel like sometimes, like if I've cut some people off, and their interpretation was she feels hot for herself. She's better than the rest of us. When in the wise words of Snoop Dogg, he says, you're here with your friends.
You gotta say this. Yo, you here with your friends. Go ahead.
You here with your friends. You here and yeah, you here. And then you step up your game. And there's only two options from there. Either you take yourself back down to their level, or they have to step up as well. Otherwise, they need to get dropped off.
You become better if they reach out to you and they start saying, if someone is saying you too hot, whatever, understand that you are maybe even you are making them feel bad about themselves one way or another. And don't respond to them back with hate. Tell them to love is like, hey, listen, how have you been? Like, what's going on? And like, is there anything like we're talking? Don't, because now they're seeing aspects of them. They're seeing in you something that they want to become, but they have not yet.
That's deep.
That's the truth.
Bro, you're deep, man.
That's what she said.
I knew you would say that. You're becoming predictable now.
No. That was easily set up. That was like a layup. You just set it up so easily.
I set myself up.
Yeah, you set it up so easily. But that's the truth. And that's the truth of it all. And that's just how it is. Because there's no hate. Even anybody who's actually even, I don't consider it as hate. Someone who's even paying attention to even say that is paying attention to what you're doing.
Yeah. And
that's someone it's not, everybody was saying yes, oh, you're doing such a good job. So proud of you. They're not paying attention.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so yes, did you watch my last? No.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
But that hater who actually, that person you call quote unquote a hater, that person can tell you yes at 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You did this. Yeah. I don't like the way you did your eyebrows like this, whatever. That was exactly.
Yeah.
What you trying to do? Fake people's eyebrow? I know. You see exactly the rock.
That's deep though.
Yeah, it's true. Mind blasting, isn't it?
I feel like one of the biggest things people say though when you're starting to kind of detach and pull away a bit is, why don't you make time for me anymore? But sometimes you don't even have time for yourself. But they're not interested in you having time for yourself. When you need time for yourself, it's more about them. So how is it that some people, when it comes to an argument, they'll blame the other person first, but when it comes to wanting to show love,
you have to be, it's that whole quote unquote being a bigger person. The bigger person.
What is a bigger person?
Bigger,
like,
well, I can tell.
Oh. Where my practice? I'm leaving.
Well, I mean, being a bigger person means that you have to always like take the understanding route. Like you have to understand, like for example, the mom knows when the kid is complaining about this, and she has to be the big person, just being compassionate and understanding that, oh, he really just wants this. You have to see through it. Like in this, you just mentioned like someone's. Wait, you said someone. What did you just say previously? Something about
when it's like, oh, people not caring if you have time for yourself.
Yeah, that was exactly.
Yeah.
People become like, you don't have time for me anymore. What's going on and everything. You have to be understanding in the sense that, oh yes, just please, how you communicate with them, responding back is that you have to communicate with now coming from a place of genuine love, not coming from a place of, yo, I'm just too busy for you. What's wrong with you? Get your life together. What's the problem with you?
Guys,
Yeah,
even I felt those
you see,
shots.
I penetrated that one. That was penetrating. That was almost rapist. But then the other thing is, but the main thing is, you have to come from a place of love and say, hey, I'm really sorry I've been readjusting so many things in my life, but you are still important to me. And we can maybe let's meet at this time. It's like, tell me what's been going on with you.
Yeah.
It's compassionate. Like, you come from that place, the person will even tell you that maybe I've been slacking work, or I just got laid off and now I don't know what to do.
Let me tell you what pisses me off is when somebody tells me you don't have time for me anymore, and you can see on my IG story and on my Instagram that I'm actually working. I'm not sitting at home and picking my nose and scratching my bum waiting.
You did pick your nose right now before I
did
mentioned
pick my nose and scratch my bum before this,
it's
but
a good thing.
Like,
I respect that. I like that. You good? I respect that. Like to the core.
But I hate that kind of stuff. Like, as if I'm just sitting, waiting, turning up every single day. Like, I'm trying to get my myself
when
together.
someone reaches out and says that, they're just basically telling you, I don't feel special to you anymore. They're just saying that.
What?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. I need to feel special to you anymore. Like the way even when you're in a relationship and the girls say, will start accusing you for, even how you girls maybe accuse me for like, oh yeah, why is she texting you? Why are you responding to her text? Why are you doing whatever?
Yeah.
She's just telling you, I need to feel like I'm number one. I need to feel like I'm
still
relevant.
Love you, I need to love myself. And if I can hardly spend time with my family, if I can hardly have downtime on my ones, you need to understand where priorities lie. If you really are a bigger person, analyze someone and realize that their priorities is not always going to be. There's other stuff first.
Don't push it on to them. Don't push it on to them, like pushing it on to the other person, like telling them now, you should be a bigger person. No, just like you should see past what they're doing and say, okay, listen, I'm sorry I've not had the time. I've just been really adjusting this and this in my life. It's been really hard. Like now, when you come from a business bachelor, you don't understand.
Will they though? People are salty these days. Our generation, we're becoming salty. We are becoming salty people.
We are, because we feel like we're entitled.
Yeah, like we had this conversation, I think, with a couple of friends a few weeks ago, I think it was, and we were talking about how people will drop like one YouTube video, or they'll drop like one new song, or they'll release like one thing, and then they'll suddenly feel like they deserve the world, they've made it. And
or they reach out to you to promote it.
They reach out to you to promote it. Like the worst thing is when someone will tell me like, oh, can you please push this and this? And I ask them, so what is your target market? Then they go, I want to target the people that follow you. I know. All the people that have been salty, all the friends that you have cut off, this one is one for them.
No, pause, but I actually don't cut off people off. I just go a little bit distant. People have been accusing me of being a little bit distant.
I cut people off.
I just go, you block them?
You need to cut it.
You
No, I don't block them. I want them to see what I'm doing. I want them to see my success. It's like you took me down, now you're going to see me rise.
Girl, you better clip up those horns. Look at you and your... You're going to be serious. But how many drops? Let me see first. I want to see. Wait. Let me take a look. You serve it. This is so bad. This is so... What the...
There. It's like 3 drops. This is... Look at how tiny this is.
Oh, well. Can you take that?
I don't actually. I'm allergic.
Oh, for real?
No. I just want to drink it.
Like, are you for real?
I know.
Oh, okay. Wait. Wipe this. This little thing here. Okay. That's the Tabasco sauce. You ready? I'm taking this in.
Go for it.
Oh my goodness. This is going to hurt. And just some water on the side.
Huh?
No, I'll just take Heinz.
Oh,
you got too much. You ready?
Okay.
Set,
1, 2,
go.
3, go.
Wait, let me take it up. I'm a man. I've been circumcised before. This hurt before. I can take this. Thought you okay? It's like you're not hard yet.
Hold up.